If you're considering moving to Howard County, Maryland, whether that's for schools or the real estate market or jobs, then you're inevitably going to hear about Western Howard County, but you're going to look online and not find a lot of information. So in this video, I'm going to give you what you need to know about living in Western Howard County so you can determine whether or not it's the right place for you to move to. So let's just jump right into it. Hey everyone, my name is Eddie and I'm a realtor here in Maryland, and I've made it my mission to help people just like you determine the best places to move to. I give you the market updates, the top neighborhoods, and everything you need to know before making a move to Maryland. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. All right, so first off, where exactly is Western Howard County? Well, we're talking about communities to the west of Route 32 like Dayton, Glenelg, Glenwood, West Friendship, Cooksville, Woodbine, and Mount Airy. And it also includes small sections of Ellicott City, Sykesville, and Brookville. But for the sake of this video, we're going to cover the main zip codes in Howard County where you'll likely be shopping for a home. And one of the main reasons that people choose this side of the county is the schools. And that's because the high school districts in Western Howard County feed into Glenelg, Marriott's Ridge, and River Hill High School. And according to greatschools.org, Glenelg has a rating of a 9 out of 10, Marriott's Ridge has a 10 out of 10, and River Hill has a 10 out of 10. And they also rate very high on the college readiness scale. Glenelg is in the 94th percentile, while Marriott's Ridge is in the 96th percentile, and River Hill is in the 100th percentile for college readiness. All three schools have a full variety of JV and varsity sports and are well known for having highly ranked sports teams. And one of the good things about living in Western Howard County is that your kids are much less likely to be redistricted to a new school. And this is because there are fewer schools in this area and the population is spread out, obviously being in a rural area. So unless you're on a district boundary line, you're very unlikely to be redistricted, where a place like Columbia, Ellicott City, or Elkridge, it is much more common to have your kids redistricted to a new school, especially with the new high school that they just put in at Guilford Park. So that is much more common over on the east side. Where on the west side, if you are redistricted, you're probably just going to go to another highly ranked school. But I have to say that you really can't go wrong with Howard County schools in general. But when you're looking at greatschools.org and you want a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, you're really going to be focusing on the west side of the county in Western Howard County. So I'd rank schools as the top reasons that my clients are determining whether or not to move to Western Howard County, but it is not the only reason that people choose to move here. Because of the rural atmosphere in Western Howard County, it has a totally different vibe, a totally different feel than the east side. And I'd say one of the biggest perks to living in this part of the county is the sense of community. Even with it being more rural, people are very connected here. There's neighborhoods that have their own events and own parades throughout the year, so there's always something going on in your community in Western Howard County. You also have larger events throughout the year at places like Lairland Farm and Sharps at Waterford Farm that are well known for their fall festivals, their apple picking and pumpkin picking. And you also have the Howard County Fairgrounds. So that's obviously a huge event throughout the year right in West Friendship, right in the heart of Western Howard County. And it has events throughout the year other than the fair itself. And while you won't have the same things to do right nearby like you would in the east side of the county near the Columbia Mall, Columbia Town Center, Merriweather, the Merriweather District, you do have a lot of outdoor activities nearby, like Cattail Creek Country Club, the Warfields Pond Park, Western Regional Park, and Patuxent River State Park. And you have some pretty great restaurants here as well that are local, like Walker's Tap and Table in Glenwood, Boulder and Mount Airy, and even a hole-in-the-wall gas station restaurant called the Grill at Lisbon, which serves possibly the best burgers in Howard County. So if you're looking for that slower-paced, family-oriented environment, then Western Howard County really could be for you. I mean, you still have all the outdoor activities, and you have all the action in Columbia and Ellicott City within a pretty short drive. But then being in Western Howard County also positions you to be able to travel to Frederick and places in Montgomery County. So it really opens up a ton of options if you want to live in a more rural place, quieter area, and have the ability to drive pretty much to all of the hot spots in Maryland. Now, if you're commuting to Baltimore or Fort Meade or Annapolis, then you have to add at least another 10 to 20 minutes onto your commute if you're living in Western Howard County. But if you work from home or you're not so worried about your commute, then this will not be a big factor for you to consider. So if this has convinced you so far that you want to live in Western Howard County, you're probably wondering what the real estate market is like. And the first thing you should know are that there are some absolutely beautiful homes in Western Howard County, whether you're looking for classic colonial style homes on a few acres or modern farmhouse, or even some new builds with that rustic charm. There's a good chance you'll find that all here. And because it's a more rural area, you have larger lot sizes, which means you can put a larger house on them, But because of that, you're going to see a much higher price point in Western Howard County. At the time of this video, the median price point in Western Howard County is $1,040,000. Compare that to the rest of the county, which is at $607,000. That is a big difference when you're determining which side to live. Now, Western Howard County is a large geographic area, so you're probably wondering, well, which town in Western Howard County should I move to? Well, I've made a guide specifically for you that you can download in the description or the comments below, where I go over each town in Howard County, not just Western Howard County, but the entire county, where you can weigh the differences, the pros and cons of each, look at the median price point individually for each, and determine which is the best for you. And if you have any questions when going over that guide, please reach out to me. I am from Howard County. I lived there for 16 years, and I know everything that this county has to offer. I would be happy to answer those questions for you. But if Western Howard County is not right for you and Eastern Howard County doesn't seem so right for you, there might be a great middle ground, and that is the town of Clarksville, which we have not discussed in this video. It is the border town, if you want to call it that, between Western and Eastern Howard County, and it has so much to offer, being districted to River Hill High School. It is part of the Columbia Association. There are just so many unique things about Clarksville, but it's too much for this video, so I'll link it above so you can watch my dedicated video on living in Clarksville, Maryland. Now, if you are considering moving to Howard County, whether that's 2 weeks away or 2 years away, it's never too soon to hop on a call with me and get a plan together for your move. We'll talk about your wants, your needs, and I'll point you in the right direction so that you purchase a home in the right area for your family. And the best way to do that is to go in the description or the comments below and click on that link to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. We'll get that plan together so that your move goes as smoothly as possible. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you stay up to date on all of my videos about moving to Maryland.